Yo, so what is up, guys? Thank you for once again clicking on my video to watch it. So today I figured I'd record it just to put something out there during this boring ass pandemic. So we all got to stay at home, so I figured, I did some body work, did some other small stuff. So now I ordered some gloss black vinyl wrap that I'm going to wrap my roof in, and is as if you see here, I did a little bit of body work. I had 3 runners going across the top of the roof, and I went ahead and took those off, and I filled in the holes with Bondo. There are some other really small dents. I don't know if y'all be able to see them on camera, but I went ahead and left those because I don't really care. The gloss black will cover it up decently. And then up here, I have my roof rack, see it up there, that I'm going to put back on. But other than that, I'm just gonna put y'all on POV mode pretty much this whole video and just go ahead and wrap this roof. It'll be nice because there's things that screw in here and here that cover this area, so I'll be able to get a nice seam. The only hard part's gonna be here, but I have knifeless tape that I've never used before, but I'm gonna attempt to try to use it. This does come off, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to go back on. So I figured I'd just leave it off. So I'm going to put the knifeless tape probably right on that seam and hope I can get it perfect. And as far as the back side, it's also going to be super easy because I have this huge gap in the body for the, hatch to open. So it'll be real nice and easy to tuck all the sides except the front. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and clean the roof off, I guess, and get it, fully ready to be wrapped. We're going to, first of all, you want to spray the whole car down, get it all nice and clean, or the area that you're actually going to be wrapping. So I went ahead and sprayed this down with some water and wiped it off. But now this is 50% isopropyl alcohol. CK Wraps, which is a big channel that I watch for learning how to wrap, he recommends 70. So if you're gonna do it, use 70. But we're just gonna go ahead and spray the whole car down with this. And the good thing about alcohol is that it evaporates quickly. So after you spray it, you ain't gotta worry about it drying up, and it'll get all the small contaminants off. That's why you want to initially wash it first to get all the dirt particles off, because if you do it just with the alcohol, you'll still have pieces of dirt embedded in the paint. You can see that's not clean, and then you want to make sure you really get those edges. That way the wrap will stick and you can pull it, because if it does not stick in the edges, it'll peel up. But luckily for my case, I have that little piece that goes over. You can kind of see right here is where it ends, and then here there's like a mark from where it rubbed over the 19 years old that this car is. So that'll be nice to hold it in place. Like I said before, this is the only thing I'm really worried about, is being able to lift this up. Oh, I guess I can take that off. I don't know. I'm scared. I know that's gonna break if I fuck with it, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it off like that. So this is 3M wrap that I got off of eBay from Easy Auto Wrap. I think I paid 60 bucks for this amount, and I think I got 6 feet of it. I don't remember what it, oh look, came with a little squeegee. I have a better version of this. It came with the squeegee, this little razor blade, and that trim tool right there is what it comes with. I already ordered a better set because I've wrapped before, but this is honestly still not a bad one at all. It's got the felt on the edge, but this is just bigger, put down more surface area. But it's nice it came with that. But we're going to go ahead and lay it out. I'm gonna try to save as much wrap as possible. So, I'm gonna start, with that edge, not just in the middle, so I don't have 2 separate pieces. But I'm gonna do that, roll it out, and then like tape it down so I can cut it and not have to worry about doing it on the car. So there's also a wrapping glove in there, and if y'all have never wrapped before, these actually come in handy a lot. I usually just use one of my regular good old gloves, but I can use this. It's pretty small, but they stretch, you know, big enough to get your hand in it. You know, I got a big hand and it don't fit the best, but it's nice being able to, you know, feel the contours with your hand while applying the wrap. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the wrap out onto the roof. Doesn't really want to stay in place, but like I said before, I'm gonna try to use the least amount of wrap that I need to use as possible. That way I have the most left over for trim pieces or, you know, whatever else I end up wanting to wrap. So I'm gonna tape it in place. Usually what you do is you just apply the entire sheet and then just cut it off and then have a lot of excess, but I don't want to do it that way. Man, this is not a fucking stick. Now we're going to slowly try to roll it out. And if you can see, there's a crease in the wrap, but the heat gun that I have down there will take that out just fine. And we're coming to the end of the wrap. Oh, what is that? Adhesion promoter. Interesting. But if you can see here, I have just the correct amount of wrap, and it fucking fucked up right there. It's not one. So now that we have the wrap just kind of laid out, you can see the backing piece is still on it. I have it laid out, and I have it as close to this side as I can get it, you know, and still have enough overlap. And might need to pull it over a little bit more, but all I'm gonna do now is I need to pull it over a little bit on this side, but all I really wanted to do is just get a basis to know where to cut it. I'm not gonna cut it, you know, to shape right now. I'm just going to cut it enough to save a little bit afterwards. And here I have my Harbor Freight X-Acto knife set, and you can see I have all this left over. And if I wanted to be precise, I could cut it here, but I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know, cut it way lower. If it wants to fucking cut, there we go. That way I have all this wrap left over. God damn it. Fuck. God damn it. This shit wants to fucking be a fucking bitch. So there we go. I have a just small cut. You can see I still have plenty left over, but now I have all this extra wrap to be able to use for other stuff. Usually you would peel the backing off to just straight apply it. So now that I've done this, I can use this, you know, afterwards. I always like having extra wrap to put on, you know, miscellaneous pieces. Like, let's say I have an interior trim that, you know, looks bad and I don't want to spray paint it. I can just wrap it like my little centerpiece right there. I wrapped with some spare of this metallic black. And the reason I didn't use that is because it doesn't look as clean when it's not in the light. Like right now it looks kind of dirty because there's no light on it. But if I were to reflect some light on it, then it would look really good. And I just want that to always look normal. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start peeling back the wrap and sticking it down where it needs to be. So what is up, guys? I'm back with the voice now. So on this wrap job, I'd probably give me a 7 or an 8 out of 10. I did mess up a few areas, like small little things that's not super easy to see. And then on top of that, my body work wasn't the best. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera or not, but I have the 3 dots there and the 3 dots there. I'm not super worried about it because this is, you know, the roof, and it is going to be covered just by those 2 bars. But I mean, if you're looking super close at it, you'll see, but you know, it's not a huge deal. But from the back, you know, it looks great. So like I said before, I do have a couple small little dents, and then right here I kind of fucked up. I got a lot of debris, like up close in person you can see it, but over here it looks great, but back here is kind of where I started to fall off. So I kind of messed up over there. I heated it up and stretched it in just one spot, and it kind of threw off the rest of that side. Luckily the other side wasn't really affected by it. But you should really have 2 people when doing a panel this size. My girlfriend left, and so I'm here alone. And I tried to do it myself just by kind of pulling it back and hoping it would kind of sit flush, but I couldn't get it to stretch properly. And that's also when you want to know to heat it properly. That way you can get the correct stretch on it. But other than that, the job is done now. I'm going to go ahead and get the X-Acto knife cuts. And luckily nowhere needs to be that perfect except for this edge, but I tucked the fuck out of it in there. So all I'm gonna do is stab it in there and then just follow, push the blade up, you know, like I'm cutting it. So I'm gonna be pushing it up onto that, not, you know, into it. That way it has a little bit left over, and then I'll tuck the rest of it down and smack the trim down. But so I went ahead and finished it, so let's push her on. Oh! Help me. Like, now you're here to help me fuck. Alright, let's see what she looks out in the light. You can really see our defects now. But the edges look nice. See on the camera if you can, yeah, you can barely pick up the body dents, but needs to be wiped down because right now there's lots of streak marks just from the applicator. But other than that, did not come out too bad. You can see the trim looks nice. See if that's like a good view or not. So I have this Meguiar's Quick Wax that I keep in the back of my Subaru that I'm just gonna douse it with, and then massage it in. Try to get it as clean and shiny as possible out on this hottish day in Texas. Yeah, you can see some mess ups right there. It's kind of hard to see in the low light garage, and it'd almost be better to do it in the sun too, because it keeps it warm, you know, keeps the wrap malleable so it doesn't get all, you know, start tearing and shit. But and my car's also super dusty and in a weird state. I took the rear bumper off for the wrap once I get the wrap. That way I can just easily apply it, not have to worry about taking everything off. Same with all the trim. I took the trim off right here and painted that. I took the trim off here. I'm gonna have to take the mirror off whenever I wrap the car, and I have to take the mirror off to take this trim off, so I'm gonna wait to do that. But other than that, she's looking nice, and you can kind of see all the debris marks maybe, but Mess up there. Honestly, there's only a few, and this also was not the best quality wrap either. It was like I think it said 3M, but I think it was an off-brand 3M, because I got this much wrap for 60 bucks on eBay, and it did say 3M because I didn't want to spend a lot of money because it's just a roof rack. But hopefully it doesn't make my car too much hotter in the daytime, because it was, you know, the dark blue, which probably brings in just as much heat, but it'll look good once I get the rest of the car done. But anyways, guys, don't mind my edge up because there's no barbers open, and I may have a red spot from wearing the POV camera. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Follow my 2 Instagrams right here, and motherfucking peace.